Clicking. Lean in. Camera on edge of the seat, she be pouring that pot. Turning the heat, name in her mouth, better come clean. She the real one, cut through the screen. No cap, all fat, yeah, she talk mean. But it's sting cause it's true, she a truth machine. Reality with Crystal Marie. Hey, tune in for the truth, it's that Queen TV. Talking that shit, making it known. If it's going this way, that way she put you on. Reality with Crystal Marie. Hey, every single drop got you feeling that beat. You better listen hard, don't miss a thing. She the primetime goddess, bow to the king. Bow to the king. She don't chase clout, she chase receipts. Scroll through the files, bring them to the street. Bravo to the boss when she break that scene. Got the group chat buzzing off a single stream. Real time gossip, live in your phone. You feel seen cause she's saying what you think alone. True and keen, cut deep when she speak. You hit play one time, now you back all week. Reality with Crystal Marie. Hey, tune in for the truth, it's that Queen TV. Talking that shit, making it known. If it's going this way, that way she put you on. Reality with Crystal Marie. Hey, every single drop got you feeling that beat. You better listen hard, don't miss a thing. She the primetime goddess, bow to the king. Bow to the king.
Hi guys. Shut up. Happy Wednesday, Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, Robert. Are you here? Mamir, Terry, Robert. It is Thursday, so it's not our usual day, but I was off yesterday because I forget why. Oh, my mom. And I don't know if anybody got my message. Mamir, I sent you a couple DMs about it. And then I need you guys to pray for my mom, okay? When my mom came over yesterday, she told me that her cancer's back. And you know, I'm just having I'm having a bad one. It's like the fourth time in her life, third time in 5 years. And she has major surgery coming up, and I'm just like really scared for her. So she looks scared too. And then a lot of stuff with my dad, they had, like, because they're not together anymore, and she doesn't want me to tell him, and so all that's that. But I love my mom. I'm worried, so I'm gonna need you guys, please. I look and sound fabulous. Great. Good, I'm glad. Let me get a drink real quick. Thank you, Robert. She's fought it 4 times, and this time she's gonna have to get her jaw reconstructed. The tumors that came back in her mouth from before, she had the same thing happen before this time, but they're going to do the surgery all in one shot. Like, they're going to take out the tumors. It hasn't, you got hacked. It hasn't spread. But like I said, this is the 4th time. She had a bone marrow transplant and a bone marrow and a stem cell transplant, like back in 2008 or 9, after the first cancer. And then she didn't have anything for 10 years. And then the last 5 years, she's gotten it like a few times. Where's my camera? Oh, there we go. But yeah, we're going to talk about Summerhouse. It was so good. And Southern Charm. Why does my eye look wonky again? My wonky eye. It's a, I'm trying not to wear my glasses anymore because I don't like what I look like with glasses. I know you are, babe. I know you are. I love you guys. But have I missed anything in Bravo? What are you guys saying about Sally and stuff? I saw Sally. Thank you. I have to go with her on Monday to get a feeding tube put in. Her surgery is March 13th. So, and it's like at the hospital right down the street from here, so it's good. But she didn't want me to know. Anyway, I was late too. Sally's a freaking homie hopper. The fact that she jumped over onto fucking Austin 2 seconds later was crazy, guys. Crazy. We're going to do Summerhouse first, though. All right, let me get the comment down. Can you make me bigger? Can you make me bigger? Yeah. All right. Why am I whispering? Anyway, I'm Reality of Krista Marie. This is the Who's Signing On podcast. Sorry about that. The Who's Signing On podcast over here on YouTube. Also, I'm going to upload it on Apple and Spotify. So if you're listening over there and you hear these episodes and you want to watch the crazy live, you can come watch me record all the episodes live on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then some Thursdays, some Tuesdays, sometimes twice a day. We talk all feuds of Bravo. Today we're talking about Summerhouse, and I said Amanda or Kyle. Whose side are you on? And then with the Summerhouse, Southern Charm, whose side are you on, Craig or Austin? But we're going to do Summerhouse first because I didn't do Southern Charm notes, but I did see you sent them to me, recap notes. But it's good. Oh, wait, I have the teleprompter. Robert, how are you? I know, dude. There's some places in Arizona that are already blooding flat, like the leaves are already flowers are blooding on their trees. Isn't that crazy? And leaves. Okay. Am I forgetting anything? There they are. I said all my stuff right. Please comment, like, subscribe. Hi, Aurelian. So then my sister came over last night because my mom didn't want to tell her. You wanted me to tell her. So yeah, she needs prayers bad because she's acting like not scared, but I can tell that she's scared. And she doesn't want it. She so far doesn't have to get radiation and chemo again because she said she wouldn't do it. I watched her. It was like, that was the worst time ever when she was getting that done. All right, I'm going to smoke this, but I'm going to cut the camera while I do it and read the notes. Do you guys tell I got my face done again? Got little plumpies here, a little plumpy there. Okay, so Kyle and Amanda, I don't know what to think. I feel like their relationship problems are so much deeper, and like even like only women I think or like people like that are in relationships that where you just don't see eye to eye anymore, and like it's like you still love the person but you just can't be with them, and it's just like you feel like you're right and they feel like they're right, and you guys are probably both right. Oh, thank you. Yeah, like I like these ones. They're just they were foggy. That's why I took them off, but I can't even unfog them. So first half hour I'll do Summerhouse, and second half hour I'll do Southern Charm. And Tara, if you're watching Southern Charm, you'll definitely like Summerhouse. You don't think it makes my nose look big? Okay. Let's stop playing with my hair. Okay. It's like, what does that look funny there? Okay. Here we go. Tan much? Spicy Cuban. Who's the spicy Cuban? It's an honor to be all of your friends, especially you guys, Robert and all. Honestly, I know Sally's, yeah. Yep. All right. So, Summerhouse. We start back with when Amanda and Kyle were arguing about Amanda being half naked in the pool, skinny dipping, but she had like see-through underwear and stuff on, but he didn't like it. But the thing is, they do this for 10 years. Every first weekend they all skinny dip. They all run in and jump into the pool naked. So I don't know. They said this. It's just this season. He is just on a downward spiral because of the that too, Amir. Because of he thinks that he's not getting the emotional attention that he deserves, and she's like, well, you went and got a job, and you did the two things I asked you to change. You went and got a job doing both of them. But his conversation with Carl later on made me understand a little bit that he had to make the money. And if you've already been so successful, why go into like a corporate job? Like you might as well just do something that like it's fun and that you like to do, and he's getting paid. And I get it. If you want to be a DJ, be a DJ, but that doesn't mean you have to be a horrible husband, right? Like and stay out till 6 a.m. You don't have to stay out. You can leave when your sets are over, Kyle. Now we're gonna have DJ Momentum, Mauricio. Like, what is wrong with these people? I'm about to just go. Can I be a DJ? I'm gonna go be a DJ. Okay, I'm gonna go be a DJ. DJ Krista Cray, Krista what? DJ Kiki, DJ Krista Kiki. I don't know. I'm just being stupid. Right. Kyle is a whiner, but he needs to like not whine to the people that he doesn't know. But so the pool party, and everybody gets naked, and it was a cool party. It was 4th of July weekend, and Jesse makes a comment about how he's never seen Kyle get jealous before, and neither really have we. The rest of them run in because they're going to get ready for the night before they go out to dinner or before they make dinner. But they all get ready to go out, and Jesse makes a comment about Amanda and how like she's not hanging out, but the rest of the kids are. With the kids are like the younger kids, and that they're staying home. It was like right after that they had that big party. It's weird. I realized I thought that party was always on a Saturday. When they just did the one with Wes's party, the one with Amanda got naked. So it's like for them to have that big party and then still go out to eat or still go out to party. It's like, damn guys, you get enough partying. So they're getting ready to go out, and they go to a bar called the Hamptons Social, Southampton Inn. Sorry. Southampton Inn Social. But before they go, Wes and KJ. So he brings his friend KJ, who has anxiety problems, and he was struggling earlier in the episode, or like I guess last week, the first week, with it, and he was like off to the side, and West went in there to ask him if he was okay, and he's like, you know what, yeah, like the fact that you just asked me that made me feel better. And then Wes is like, well, I'm not walking on eggshells like I had to last summer with Sierra. He said he wanted to be more comfortable. He wants everybody to get along, and so that happens. But they just get all dressed up and they go out and they go to the Southampton Inn Social. There's a lot of people wearing like summery clothes and all that, and then you see Kyle in like pleated pants, West in pleated pants, and Kyle in some weird shirt with a fucking ribbon on it, a first place ribbon on it that you would get like in grade school. Like, I don't know. It actually says second place, which I don't know what he's trying to say. It's just weird. So yeah, they're all hanging around, talking, doing shots, standing around. Ben's hanging out with Sarah and Amanda, and Ben is the one who Amanda had brought on, who is not gay, but is friends with Amanda and Kyle, but they skinny dip together. And apparently Ben likes her. But they're all talking around, and of course they're talking about Kyle. And Levi is talking to Ben, because she likes him, to the flirty guy. So like she's flirting with him. And Sierra is getting jealous because she liked Ben. But because they're older, and Levi and Levi and the other girl are younger, they just kind of like, we're like, go ahead, you guys can have them. So and then the guys simultaneously, the guys are standing around talking about how Amanda got mad, or how he got mad at Amanda for being naked. Why won't this? And Jesse's like, I've never seen you get that pissed off before. And Kyle's like, I'm just pissed off because she didn't warn me, and then he goes into how she smokes weed every night. What the fuck does that have to do with her getting naked? And he's complaining about how she smokes weed every night. She's lazy. She doesn't do her job. And he's tired of picking up, and he feels like he lives in a frat house. All the while, he's out DJing at bars, dirty bars that smell like fucking dirty bars. And I'm sure you smell like dirty bar smoke when you come home, 4 or 5 in the morning from another chick's house. So the fact that he has the balls to even say anything about Amanda smoking weed, and that's a problem for him, bitch, what? Like, you need to like check yourself, Kyle, because you are at the bars, the smoky ass bars, bringing home and going home to fans' houses and falling asleep till 6 in the morning. Like, that is, we were asleep. That is the excuse every fucking body uses when they get caught at somebody else's house. We slept the whole time. We were asleep. Okay. He's a pig. But if he's going to do a DJ thing, he needs to do a DJ thing and do his like, come home, like, be responsible DJ person. you know? He doesn't need to be out all night drinking after the bar closes. Um, but then they go out and like because they're out there all talking, Amanda's like, oh, I guess this is about me, and KJ's like, oh, shh, 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 here she comes, and Amanda's like, I want to know what you guys are talking about. I want to know what you guys are talking about, and I'm going to find out because of filming anyway. So tell me, you might as well tell me, Kyle, what you just said. And Kyle's like, well, um, I'm just telling you seem very distant, Amanda. You seem very distant, Amanda. Nothing about how I called her a hoarder and a scumbag, and she smokes too much pot, and she doesn't clean. And then he's like, because she walked up to him all nice and like hugged him, and he's like, oh no, I feel bad. And KJ's like, I'm sorry, Amanda. It's like, dude, KJ, just shut your mouth. Oh, we got your back no matter what. It's like, don't say that shit in front of a dude, you know? And then Amanda's like, I made it clear that I didn't want our business to affect the group, and here you are telling the whole group our business. And she said, he said, well, I can't tell you about it because you don't want to listen to me. And he's like, I want companionship, I want friendship, and I don't get that. God damn it, I want intimacy. And to me, like, I feel like they're just missing each other. I just think that he's being a bigger baby, but I think the issues are deep, but I just think the way he's going about it isn't. She's not really like, because I think she tried for so long to make him be the person that he is, and she wanted him to be, which is a person not going out and stuff. And then here he is. Oh yeah, it should, huh? Oh, I think Amanda will be one season wonder anyway too. But I like all the other girls too, like on Summerhouse. But so yeah, Kyle and Amanda are just kind of arguing about it, and nothing is talked about it. And the one thing about I want friendship and companionship, and she's like, I don't know what to tell you, or something like that. It's like, I'm putting up smoke signals because Amanda can't even have this conversation. Amanda's like, I don't want to have it here. Ouch. I don't want to have it here. I don't want to have it here. I don't want to have it here. And he just like gets up and leaves. And Amanda's like, I'm not trying to have this conversation in front of people. It's like, why do you tell everybody what I say? It's like, I know everybody knows but me. And she's like, of course, the whole house is now talking about our conversation. And then she comes over and hugs Amanda. Levi and Bailey hug Amanda. And he's like, they're like, well, I guess you can't talk about things not in front of the camera or something like that. And Amanda's like, I just wanted it to go away. I just wanted, him not to talk about it at the bar. And even Kyle was kind of rolling. Carl was rolling his eyes too. And fast forward to all them at the house. So they come home from the bar, and it's only 11:30. I thought it was like way later. So it's 11:30, and they're getting ready to go to bed, except for Levi, Kyle, and Carl. They decided they're going to come home at 3 a.m, or they came home. I'm sorry, 2:16. So 12:45, 3 people get home. 2:16, Carl and Levi and somebody get home, and then at 3 something, KJ and Wes come home, and they start playing like all the music. They go and they start like they go into the DJ room where the bar is, and they start like doing all kinds of like dancing and shit, and then they go to bed. But so yeah, go to bed. And they had to actually walk Kyle to the bedroom. So they went to, and Kyle started the DJ too. The next morning is July 5th, which is Saturday. So I guess they had the party on Friday. And they all get a text from Carl saying, what kind of bagels everybody want? And everybody gets bagels from Carl. And then Jesse's in bed. I guess they have to do the bed bug thing. And so Jesse, Sierra, and Amanda are all snuggling in the bed. And nobody wants to invite Kyle. Kyle's walking around looking for everybody, and they didn't invite him when he looked in the room. He got mad. And Sarah's like, you should try calling and tell him to come back. And Ben was like, but we see Ben in the kitchen with Levi and Bailey, and they're like, you got beautiful eyes, Ben. So like, I think one of them hooks up with him or something. They showed some previews. I kind of want Carl to hook up with Anita from Southern Charm, if that was a real thing at BravoCon. I think that they'd be a good match because they both are like a relationship people. Yeah. But I think Levi, Bailey, Jesse must are good additions for the Summerhouse for the younger crew. So fast forward. Let's see where we at. Oh yeah, the next morning, Saturday. They get all the bagels, and Ben's like kind of flirting with Bailey, and he goes and jumps in the pool. Kyle wakes up Amanda, and Kyle's like, "Where are you going, Amanda?" She's like, "Ow," and just like snaps at him. He's like, "What the fuck ever?" And then Jesse's like in bed with the rest of them, like I said, and Kyle's like, "I don't want him." Amanda's like, "I don't want him in here." And they're like, "He's so sensitive," blah blah blah. Carl, you see simultaneously Carl saying, he's seen this over and over again every summer, but this time he said it seems different. Kyle seems more distressed. So Kyle's not invited to be a bed bug this year. Just Jesse, Sierra, and Amanda so far, and probably Ben. So Carl comes back with all the bagels, and Levi's like, "That was the most beautiful text I've ever gotten." And he gets bagel sandwiches, and they're all sitting around a table eating bagels. Carl says he sees a car running down the street. It's car running down the street that everybody's talking about. But he sees Kyle running down the street, and they're like, "Yeah, he stormed out of here." And Carl's like, "Did you guys have any prospects at the party yesterday?" And they're like, "No, they weren't my type." And all of a sudden, Ben walks in, and they all look at Ben, and Ben's like, "What?" And they Bailey's type. Why the camera? I shut my camera off because I'm smoking. Yeah, and the ladies. I think that Carl probably hooked up with a girl or two. But I think Bailey and Ben would be a cute couple. So, and then they all go home because it's Sunday. And during the week, we get Kyle and Amanda driving home together, and they seem fine. But then, literally, you see them driving home. Then you see Sarah or Ben on Wednesday is like talking to his plantain and getting a haircut. Tuesday, TJ is roller skating. Thursday, Lindsay's meeting up with Sarah out to lunch. So the whole week goes by, and Lindsay and Sarah are at lunch, and Amanda shows up, and they're all the way up at this like really cool, like, I don't know what it's called, like 34, 40 stories, and it's like a big circle, and you can like see out of it. I don't know. It's a really cool restaurant. And I'm talking about like her daughter Gemma, and Lindsay looks really good with her haircut, and how she is going to be at the shore next weekend, and with them. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. Like Carl, I think I don't know what's going to happen with him and Kyle. Since there's not a lot of you watching, Amir, I took a little something to help me with anxiety, if you know what I mean, that I usually don't take because of my mom. So if I type pineapple in the chat, if I start to act like really fucked up or weird or something, just saying, I need to relax. But I feel fine. I'm just saying. Probably shouldn't be smoking either, but. Right. But he's so good now too, though, you know? I really want to get him for an interview. I keep saying that. Anyway, so we have the week in New York. Lindsay and Sarah are at lunch. So they go out to lunch to this place, and they're like, "Oh, Lindsay's back, and let's talk about the drama." But she's really not back to the weekend after. But sorry, I'm yawning. They order drinks and talk about how life at her and Turner had broken up, and how she's always at Gemma's at her apartment, and then on the weekends she's with her dad in her dad's apartment, and she doesn't want to hook up with anybody. She just wants to be single. She talks about how the baby's really happy, which is cute. The baby's cute. We saw her like 2 weeks ago. And then Amanda shows up and she's like, so guys, Lindsay, did you hear that all this whole weekend everybody was talking about me? And Lindsay's like, well, yeah, Carl kind of called me, or not Carl, Kyle kind of called me. And she's like, what the fuck did he say? And he's like, basically he's defeated and he doesn't know what to do and he's losing his wife and, he doesn't know how to fix it. But he feels resentful. And, like, basically like crying to her. And Amanda's like, well, what did you say? And she's like, well, I just, kind of didn't say anything. Like, I just said, let me talk to Amanda and see what I can find out. So, it like, to me, it just, like I said, she seemed pretty defeated with him. And Amanda spends way more time for him than other people. So he can like snow other people about like saying what the problem is. But Lindsay, like, so she feels defeated, right, by the whole situation. And no matter what Kyle does, like, or what Lindsay, like, Kyle and Lindsay really shouldn't be talking because Lindsay compares everybody, like, Kyle to all the other guys. She compares Carl to all these other guys. So I don't understand why he feels more comfortable talking to her, about it. And Amanda just is like, why doesn't he fucking talk to me? And again, because they fight, like, they're not on the same page. I think they need counseling because they need to, like, literally see, like, where the other's coming from. And, he had a pretty bad weekend because obviously he was, like, fighting with her and he was actually fighting with Sarah too. I think that comes up. But, and, all the other guys are single. So it's like, but I mean, just probably like act like you're single. I don't care, but I know Carl's obviously not single. I mean, Carl's obviously single again. So, yeah, she's just talking about how she asked the two things I asked him to change in life and he couldn't do it was going out late and getting drunk. And, he doesn't come home from fans' houses till 6 in the morning and they're like, oh my, like stops them in their tracks. And like, Sierra's like, that's disgusting. And I mean, it's like, I know he's a liar. Like, I know he's lying. I know he hooked up with her. He's like, she's like, I'd be less upset if she would just tell me. Instead, he just gaslights me, makes me think I'm stupid. But, and like, Sierra is obviously shocked by Kyle's behavior. She wants Amanda to give it a break for a while and see how it works out. But she already did that. And I think they're separated now anyway. But, and then they pan over to another day of the week, and it's the new girl, Levi, and she runs a company called It Girl, and I guess she takes like professional pictures of like women or people on the street, and like I guess like just like whatever, like I don't know, like this one chick was like, I can't explain it. Just I guess I don't know, like a natural state, I guess. Anyway, but she was painting it for the girl, and or she's painting it for the girl. That's what she does. She like literally, and she records it and stuff, and she like literally like makes sure that she goes out to all of the like social media platforms. I think it's called It Girl. Yeah, and she does like all the, like she tells them like what to say and stuff, but she takes good pictures of them too. Asks the questions that the people that on the other shows don't ask, which I don't understand the whole world anyway. But being an It Girl, she's like, I'm an It Girl, and it was cool. And she said she makes money doing it, so that's good. And she started the company when she was 16. And she said she had an accent at first, and it like hindered her, but not anymore, which is weird. People are so weird, And she said she did a lot of cool things. Like she talked to, like she collabed with Donna von Fastenberg, and what was it, Tiny, or the model, but she was little, and they called her like Tiny or something. Anyway, she put those names there. And she said, like, I started my company with an accent, and she started working for Diane von Furstenberg, and then She wrote a book called Born to Be Famous. But so then we see Kyle and Kyle and together. Let's see, I went backwards in my notes. Oh yeah, Kyle and Carl, they're back together. Yeah. They're in an apartment and they're talking. And again, Kyle's stopping in to see Carl to see how he's feeling. And he's literally telling him, like, I'm not good. Like, I'm angry. And it's like, it's the same thing we've always gone through. We sweep it under the rug. We sweep it under the rug. We go to counseling, and he's like, even though things I'm trying to fix, like where I'm asking her to do certain things instead of just assuming she's not going to do them. And, at this point in our age, you can't really change people because they're in their 40s. Like, it would be hard for me to change my routine or my, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just, to me, I feel like they're probably just, I don't know. I don't think they could work it out. I think she fell out of love with him. But but that's what he starts to tell Carl. And he said he takes, he's going on about the business and all. I didn't know that he closed Loverboy down in the winter or something like that. But he still has to pay people. But then the pipes freeze, or I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, he needs to borrow our jumper cables. But it's weird. And Chelsea wants to do it, like literally not make him stay out late. But he does. I don't even think that's the answer anymore either. The thing is, too, with having jobs, they are both employed by Bravo and make a lot of money. So I understand that him DJing is making up for the money he's not making at Loverboy because he wants to not depend on the reality TV money. However, like, I think it's a good thing to do that. Like, obviously, because reality TV doesn't last forever. Exactly. She's very, very. But then Sally's a very possessive person. But we can talk about that now. Wait, did I get to the end of the episode? Hold on, sorry. I think I did. Yeah, so they're talking about that, and like I said, they're both influencers on the show, so it's not like one of them loses the job or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's it. I think you do have Sierra talking about her mom being less rigid with her mom, and that was when they're getting ready to go down the shore next weekend. But yeah, after the Kyle and Amanda thing, I mean Carl and Kyle discussion, it was just kind of like the same things, like the same thing. Like Kyle talks to Carl for a couple of minutes about it, and it's just they used to show us a lot more during the week with that show, with Summerhouse. But they don't. I guess they have too many people in the house. There's a lot of content, but yes. All right. It's the comments. I know. I didn't know that his company was in debt. Like, it was in danger. I don't know if it is a strategic move or something that you do or what, but like, I mean, to me, I didn't know you paid yourself a salary when you're in a company. I thought all the profits you got made just went to you, right? Or am I not thinking straight? It doesn't make sense, but we just talked about Summerhouse, guys, which is one of my new favorite shows on Bravo, on Wednesdays on Peacock, if you don't want to watch it on Friday nights on Bravo. And every Wednesday, which usually is Wednesday, I will be here talking about it. I think that and Southern Charms are good two to go together. And then Friday, it'll be Below Deck again, and Shaw's, and something else, I think. Hopefully. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? What am I forgetting? Beverly Hills is Monday. I forget. Is it something's coming up? It's another housewife show. Like, well, I know April 2nd is Rhode Island, so that'll be me and Erin D. So it'll be Whose Side Are You On with Krista Marie and Erin D. When you have your company, you can afford to pay your. Yeah, true. What do y'all think about the before we go on, what do y'all think about the Nancy Guthrie thing? I don't think it's a ransom because I think some of their two I think they try I think it started out as a ransom, like a kidnapping for that, but then she had like a heart issue or something and passed away fairly quickly after they got her, and then they tried to bury her or something. I don't know. That's what I feel like. That is the scariest thing because I thought about like now I keep thinking I hear people walking in the house and stuff. She had it like her door is locked and this man still got into her house. And you see like he they say he's the guy who was just there to pick the lock and get her into the car and he wasn't doing the rest of it. And well, see, I'm saying this on from a psychic point of view, like my one of the medium channels I watch. Um, the couple of mediums that kind of rebelled at what I heard and other stuff, but basically it was nothing to do with her family. It was a random person, a random people that literally was working on her house, not just recently. And I think if I'm correct, it's the electrical work that was done. And it was a couple that kidnapped her in a van. Um, they hid her in a basement, but then within 2 nights or within 24 hours, she passed away in her sleep because of her heart having the stress of it. How she got the bloody nose. This is all opinion. This is not fact. This is opinion based on a couple mediums that were channeling her energy. Um, when they went to grab her from behind, it bumped her nose. That's why she had a bloody nose. They never beat her. They didn't starve her. They just told her to not worry about anything as long as everything is paid or whatever. She'll be okay. Blah 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 blah. Um, Yeah, and that she passed away within 24 hours by her heart, just the shock of everything. She said she could have went 2 weeks without heart medicine, and they told her that they would have gotten it for her. They were trying to keep her alive, but the fact that she's been stolen in the middle of the night still doesn't really want to make you be like I could see her being nice to the captors, and then after you don't know what's going to happen to you. You know what I mean? But like they just did it wrong too. Like if you're gonna, I don't. But anyway, that's just a medium's perspective. But um, thank you. Thank you, pray do. All right, let me go on to Southern Charm, guys. Whose side do you want? Austin or Craig's? Sally or who does Sally fight with? Charlie? I love you too. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I thought Sally's best friend. How is Charlie Sally's best friend? Hey guys over here on Instagram. Like since when? Like, isn't she like everybody's best friend? You know, let me get to my notes. I do have notes for that because I think you sent them to me. I got my days all messed up. Dude, you see how they keep messing me up with my when I play the lives or when I play the sneak peeks and stuff? It's crazy. What did I just go here for again? Oh my god. Oh my god, mirror, I'm so high. What did I just go over here for? Hold on. What's I going over there for? What was I going there for? Guys. This isn't good. Hey, listen, honey, are you working today? Oh, my notes for Southern Charm. I'm so high. Are you working? If not, you want to come and talk Southern Charm with me? There it is. Is she here? So, did you want to come on? I'll drop the link for you. Oops. Oh, okay. Okay. So we are at Witter's family farm. And apparently Sally finds out on the way there that Austin is single. Craig makes Charlie question the motives because Sally decides to tell um, Craig that Charlie, I think like Charlie said that she was gonna, or I'm sorry, that Craig was gonna make her fall in love with him and stuff like that. And so Sally takes it upon herself after she just got pissed off for them even dating or hooking up. She goes, this is in the same day that she goes and tries to fuck Austin. She's like losing her mind over it. And she's basically telling Sally how to leave him. He's a piece of shit. You know, he's a piece of shit. Like, seriously, it's the wildest thing I've ever heard. Because I'm like, why are you telling her that? Like, you just said you don't give a fuck about him. Like, even though you just, like, are losing your mind, beating the crap out of each other over it. Really? She is a homie hopper, dude. So she goes from Austin to probably, like, Carl. Remember, she was with all the guys on, that's gonna work, too. That'll work because they're both, like, partiers. We'll have to look that up. So this is actually True Truth and a Lie, the one before this one. Let me see if we can, get... Man, where are these notes? These are good notes. What happened on... I want to get these for the, let's try. What was it? Southern Charm. Sorry, guys. I just got to get I wanted to get the notes for this week. I just didn't get a chance to take them like how I do with all the other shows. But if you're bored, you can go like hit the like button and share this and leave a comment after the show's over. Overview. Cabin fever, right? Even if I can get a transcript for it. I can probably get a transcript. Here it is. Okay. Wait, what is the that's the right one, sorry. Okay, whatever. Okay. Copy. Be right there, guys. I'll put it in my notes here. Just copy and paste. I didn't like the way Sally was acting about Craig and Charlie. Like, that was just ridiculous. Why is it taking so long? Clear it out. It's probably like so much easier to just do it a certain way. Jeez. All right, here we go. Finally. Okay. Put that out. Okay. Southern Charm. I'm telling you, with Craig and Austin, I would have always been on Craig's side. You guys say I'd never go against Craig, but I have to say that I can't be on his side with this one. The way he treats Austin and why and his reasoning about it. All right, let's see this week on it now. Copy. Copy. What are your guys' thoughts on it? Um, where'd it go? StreamYard. There it is. Oh my god, sorry. Sorry, I confused myself. Did you guys remember when Carl said Benita and him are hanging out? I thought that was cool. Yeah. I like Benita and Carl together. Carl's a good guy. Okay. And then so I'm just getting the reality blurb notes. Before I came on here, guys, I was listening to all these YouTube videos about communication and learning how to speak right and like trying to figure out like, I'm gonna keep doing it more and more to figure out how I can stop doing the and the likes and losing my train of thought and interrupting people and talking over people. Because it really is it's really not bad. It's really bad. I guess I'm so high I gotta stop fucking talking and doing this. I'm still maybe I remember our key or who's I told somebody a keyword. If I start to not sound or look right to threat to make me get off. I just couldn't help it. Okay. That'd be a cool hookup. Okay. Copy. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I realized that. Okay. Let's get to it. I figured I had to tell you guys because I don't lie to you about anything, and then you guys will be able to at least, notice if something starts to get off or if I start to not make sense. So previously, like I said, on Whitner's farm, they were all hanging out, including Madison, pregnant. You know what I mean? Austin revealed to everybody that he had broken up with Audrey, which I guess he just wasn't feeling it, even if she's a good girl. You can't force it, you can't make somebody like you if they don't like you. And the whole time, like, Sally was wanting to get, like, she was trying to get with Craig, right? But then also she had said if Austin and Audrey ever break up, that she's like, I'll be with them the next day. And like they were like, oh ha ha ha, but they'll never break up or something. And so Austin is single and he just tells like a few people, but Sally finds out through Benita or somebody, and she's like completely overjoyed for the second. Within the same 5 minutes, she's talking. So Charlie, her, and Benita are all driving, and this is before they got there. But within the same 3 seconds, this is before they got there. She's talking about how she's telling Charlie not to trust Craig, and then as soon as she finds out that Austin's single, she's like, she literally perks up like literally like it was like a light bulb. Like she was all this like down in the dumps, like being like a man hater. And she finds out he's single. She jumps up. She's like, oh my God, Craig. Oh my God. Oh my God, Austin. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, oh my God. And then they're like, oh, you got over Craig real fast. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not good over Craig. You got over that. Like, yeah, Craig, that real fast. And she's like, well, I mean, you guys know I've always liked them. And she's basically up his ass now. Okay. We'll get to that part though. So, so she's overjoyed the fact that he is single. And when they get there, somebody says something to Craig about what Sally had said about him. Like he said, Charlie has to wanted to fall in love with him or something like that. Like, oh, she'll fall in love with me or something like that. And Craig's just like hearing about this and he gets really upset because of course he denies it. He blames Sally. So so then Charlie's sitting there and she's telling, I think, was she telling like how she was telling somebody the story about her and Craig, and or not her and Craig, but like how she came to live here. She moved here from somewhere, and I think she got a divorce or something. But they talk about some comments that Craig was making about her too or something, and the guys are defending, like Austin's defending Craig and tries to explain the context behind it, and assures Charlie that Craig doesn't say that stuff, like Craig doesn't talk like that, and she's just starting shit. And Craig's an overthinker. He doesn't even know how to make the first move, which is true. Even though that she said at first, like either they're just plain hard to get. But then they go and end up buying a house together eventually. And move happily ever on. But basically, even Charlie said that her and Craig hadn't even kissed yet, which I don't believe that. But Austin admits that Craig is a homebody and is a better fit for Charlie. And him and Sally are a better fit, which is weird. Where am I at? Sorry. Rod looks cool being, like, I didn't like Rod last season, but like Rod being there kind of puts a good mix to it. So then we have so Craig does find out that Audrey had broken up with Austin. And after dinner, Charlie tries to convince Craig to talk to Austin, to be friends or whatever. And what's it say? Spill the beans about his breakup. And let him talk to him about his breakup because he needs somebody to talk to. And Shep tells Rodrigo and Madison that he wants to confront Shep wants to confront Austin about his indecisiveness or something. He mentions that the Audrey situation. But that's like so is Shep. Shep's indecisive too. Rod and Madison keep all Austin's secrets, but Madison already spilled the beans to Sally. Madison advised Shep to talk to Austin questioning him instead of giving him advice. Um, it was getting also getting kind of confusing with all like who said who's what, about what and the rumors and stuff. But it says he accuses her of always starting drama and spreading rumors. Yeah, so basically that's what he does. Craig said that Sally is all she does is start shit and like start rumors and stuff. Um, and then Sally calls Craig the ultimate gaslighter, and sometime during the night says Molly jokes that she's going to marry Whitner, and they have like all these question cards or something that they have to hold up, and like Madison's not in the game, she's not in the mood to play the dinner game, but she does. Vanita says she wishes she was less overprotective about her friends, and Craig says he needs to go to work on his reactions. So they're like going to play this game, but they're all talking about like this personal stuff and kind of admitting where they're lacking. Austin wishes he could go back to his last night bartending in New Zealand, where he ran around butt naked. Sally said she wishes she could remember anything. And then she said that she doesn't like men that are chiseled, so she always went with guys that are like a little chubby. And then a mermaid statue in the house. That makes oh yeah, I just saw they have a mermaid statue in their house. Craig asked the group if they've ever a statue, which is a weird thing to say. We'll skip that part. Chef walks into the room, another room where Austin is, and ignoring Madison. Madison was trying to talk to Austin, giving him advice, and Austin points to his kittens and a tattoo and stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, she helped me get them." And Chef's like, "Aren't you in a relationship with her or something like that?" And basically like she's trash now or something. Um, but yeah, the kittens and the tattoos. It's funny because he said he'd never get kittens, and thank you. I know you can't exactly, you cannot. But let's see where I made it. Sorry. So, Shep just gets like, I don't know. Craig gets his feelings hurt, and Austin gets his feelings hurt, like butt hurt about the stuff Craig does, which I get. But I feel like it's like Shep picks on Craig, and then Craig picks on Austin. And Shep doesn't do it that bad anymore. But I don't know. I think the part of the reason Shep or Craig is so like this is so like like what's it called? Rigid to people is because he just doesn't like trust people right away. But yeah, so inside, so they're back at the house, right? They're back at the house that's um where the other girls are staying at, right? They have that mermaid statue in there. That is so fucking cool. I want that. So they start talking about sex for like 5 minutes, which is really weird. And I don't know why. Um, they have like these question cards, and Madison's like, I'm not in the mood for dinner games and are answering questions. And Anita says she wishes she was less protective. Craig admits he needs to work on his reactions. Austin wishes he could go back to his last name. Okay, yeah, I told you guys that. She wants a chiseled man, apparently. Sally does. So then the really gross part comes up. Um, she said that she doesn't like men that are too chiseled, and she wants to cuddle. And she's like, I want help when if I have to go to the bathroom, I would want help. And Austin says, "Well, Sally, down dog, I want Austin's fucking dick," or he whispers to Molly or something. Like he literally says something really like rude, drunkenly to Molly about Sally. And and she says, Austin won't eat her ass before too long or something. And despite the huge crush on Austin, Sally is still annoyed to see Craig and Charlie. Of course she is. Craig and Charlie, yep. But she's trying to hook up with everybody, dude. That's why I was like, I don't care about it if you cheat on him. Remember the time he still has little Craig too. Little Craig's still alive. Yep. Little Craig is still alive. He had him. We took him to the vet last week, the first episode. But I feel like I'm forgetting some notes here. I don't know, we're not at the end, are we? So, okay. Craig doesn't, when Chip tells Rodrigo and Madison that he wants to confront Austin about his indecisiveness or whatever, they start yelling to Shep about where's his girlfriend, where's his girlfriend. So that played in all the way into this like argument in the last parts of this fight. Where's it at? So Craig explains the context point and he assures Charlie that Craig was just overthinking and that worrying about things would go wrong in the future. Austin admits that Craig's homeboy honey, okay, is delicious. Craig does find out about Audrey, but not from Austin. After dinner, Charlie tries to convince Craig to talk to Austin about this breakup. In the other room, Shep tells Rodrigo and Madison he wants to confront Austin about his indecisiveness. I mean, man, that's crazy. He mentions the Audrey situation, but that's not on him, though. Rod and Madison keep Austin secrets. Well, Madison already spilled the beans to Sally. Madison advises Shep to this is like a game of like mind your business is what I'm going to call it. Like, you guys know how to navigate this conversation. Obviously, half of you think it's bad, so don't do it. Italian weddings. Sally sees, of course, she's like, wishes she could see this thing. Dick, I guess. I don't know. But she wants to go to the bathroom and get, Austin says to Sally, down dog. I don't know why he says that. And Sally whispers to fucking Molly, I want Austin. I want to fuck Austin's dick. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, it's crazy. She's annoyed to see Craig with Charlie, but she also wants him. And she's talking about like that stuff. She literally said that. So back inside, Shep, wait, they're in the bathroom, but back inside, Shep is trying to talk to Austin, ignoring Madison, and gives Austin advice. Shep mentions his indecisiveness. Austin points to the kittens and tattoos his progress. He doesn't want to talk to Shep about his relationship because he chooses to confide in Rod and Madison instead. Austin says he can't trust Shep, and I can't trust you not to reveal to tell other people about my problem. Shep is clearly shocked and upset when Austin does this because, of course, I would be too. But Shep does run his mouth. He tells me everything, mostly. He's like, don't tell Shep I told you. Don't tell Craig I told you. Yeah. Sally's basically, I think, in that part. That waits till he says, did Sally call Vinny Sally? Convenient and Sally think work things out. I don't know. Craig, so Shep and Austin and Rod go fishing, and Austin teases Shep for being the world traveling fisherman. But they're all sitting on the sweater, and it's really nice. And Shep asks if who's single. I guess Austin's single, and Austin says yes. And Shep comments on him for doing the right thing, but they're back together. Craig and Charlie go for a canoe ride. She compares to the Notebook. Craig says they have so much fun when it's just the two of them. They just can't let other people like Sally get in the way. Charlie promises she's not overthinking things, enjoying the moment well until she sees a snake. I didn't see them get that close. Let me see something. Did you guys realize that happened? I didn't realize that happened. You know? How come? Could you guys hear me? Wait, am I on the YouTube side? Hold on. Can you guys hear me okay? I can't hear myself. Hmm. Wait, what's wrong with this? Why don't I? Oh, that's why. Okay. Me too. I was surprised, right? I was surprised. I was surprised too. Okay, sorry, I was making sure. Okay, I'm just reading the rally blurb one for us. What do I do with it? Here's- I just feel like with Austin, he Craig isn't really right. Like he really isn't all right, and I do feel like that Austin tries, and he to continue to call him a loser and say that he doesn't, he doesn't see him as somebody who's going to be professional and stuff. He sees him as a loser. Let me read this. I want to show you guys pictures, but now I'm afraid I wanted to watch the after show, guys, so we can kind of go over it. And remember, they keep getting me. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Hopefully that well, and then when they were giving me like a little red dollar sign, I just had to dispute it and they trim it out for me and then I can go back to normal. So not that I want to have to keep doing that, because when that happens, I can't make clips of the show. And I've been doing good last couple of days, I think. I know I sound high, right? I'm sorry. I apologize. Rowboat, not robo. Rowboat, 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 rowboat. All right. See you in Southern. No, Teresa. Oh, wait, here we go. We got some interviews we can watch. All right, let me, hopefully you don't get me. I can put the copyright thing up for this. StreamYard. Copyright. Okay. And then let me take them down. No, they're mine. We can stop. There we go. Okay. So, where to put them right there? Should probably still fast forward it. How do I fast forward? Wait, I do it over here. Maybe stop it every 10 seconds. Let's see what it says. It's going to be a video. It's not a video. This if I share it with you guys.
Austin was able to hold up to his relationship.
I will say I never said I can't wait for them to break up. I said when they break up, it's game time. I'm hearing it straight from your best guy friend.
You want to say like agent of chaos? That's Sally's specialty.
I was having her back in that moment.
I would never talk to that person again.
The last thing I want to do is get like balls deep in this relationship.
The Southern Charm after show starts right now.
So you broke up with Audrey?
Yeah. Okay, so let me tell you what happened.
I talked to Audrey. Yeah. A long story short, I told her we're done.
Right? Because I've never asked you this. And she's like, I deserve some. Right? Because I've never asked you this. And she's like, I deserve someone who knows that they want to like move in with them after a year and a half of dating. And I was like,
yeah,
that is so totally fair.
I think she would have been.
She operates.
Would have been content.
Stop stopping.
With you guys, like living the back and forth, like commute from Charlotte to Charleston for as long as it took you to figure it out.
Maybe you're right. It's just a huge decision.
Okay.
I just left her, just left her. Sorry, but it was like a, cutoff.
Sure.
And I felt so bad. But I think that she did lose herself a little bit while dating me. And I thought that if she would have moved to Charleston, and it would have been like as Austin's girlfriend, not like there's Audrey and,
that's your fucking issue, dude. That's not her issue. It's yours. That's on you, buddy. Just happened. Just happened. Something just came up. All right. What time is it? Are you guys not? No, he's not feeling it today. How long have I been on? I know, he should put the fish back in the water. All right, guys. I don't know. I guess you guys seem bored. The comments are, well, let me give out the memberships. That's what we could do. Tomorrow night, we can do a Friday night show. Where's the cash? Like, where's the cash? Like when you want to send a thingy. No. No, that's not it. Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. Sending 5 right now. Auntie Deb got one. 5 more. I hope you guys get some. Uh-huh. 50 cake lady in gray. Dago got one. Cool. I could definitely do members only with them. True crime people. And then Mimir, you're at one, right? Love you, Robert Jennings. I want to see if Robert, do me a favor. Before you go, Just say something in the chat right now. Hold on. I'm gonna try to see if I can buy you a membership if it works, because you might be like the last person that chats maybe sometimes. No, fuck. No, I want to take it back. Thank you, because I need it. We need it. But yeah, so I'll be back tomorrow, guys, to talk about Below Deck and shots. I am team Austin on this, and I am team Amanda and Kyle. I'm like kind of like, I think they're both just not right for each other, you know? But if I'm not hopping around other channels, I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope. Thank you for being here too. I love you, and thank you for praying for my mom. Come over to Dago's channel, guys. Maybe give you his own link. There's the link right here. Share, copy. I'm gonna go on the panel right now. All right, here's the link. Should I even go on the panel, or am I too pineapple right now? That's Dago's link. All right, guys. Love you all. Let's go out with a song. Let's go out with music. Oh, wait, no, not yet.
Clicking. Lean in. Camera on edge of the seat, she be pouring that pie. Clicking. Lean in. Camera on edge of the seat, she be pouring that pie. Turning the heat, name in her mouth, better come clean. She the real one, cut through the screen. No cap, all fat, yeah, she talk mean. But it's sting cause it's true, she a truth machine. Reality with Crystal Marie. Hey, tune in for the truth, it's that Queen TV. Talking that shit, making it known. If it's going this way, that way she put you on. Reality with Crystal Marie. Hey, every single drop got you feeling that beat. You better listen hard, don't miss a thing. She the primetime goddess, bow to the king. She don't chase clout, she chase receipts. Scroll through the files, bring them to the street. Bravo to the boss when she break that scene. Got the group chat buzzing off a single stream. Real time gossip, live in your phone. You feel seen cause she's saying what you think alone. True and keen, cut deep when she speak